Hey everybody, welcome to another video on the 67 Stang. So we're going to keep on going with some things, take a little break from welding in the floor pans, whatnot, still working on that a little bit of time, taking my time to make sure I'm doing it right since the floors are part of the structural integrity of the car. I want to make sure I get it right and I already know a certain area that I've got to redo. So what I do have here is a nice big box that I got from National Parts Depot. So they're one of the two major companies I buy parts from. So y'all seen plenty of boxes from CJ Pony Parts. National Parts Depot is another one. I got I just turned on to them from the Auto Resto Mod channel with Jeff Ford. So I want to give him a shout out to that. So let's go open the box up here and see what new big part, you see part of it sticking up here, that's in here. So get the box open up. Not sure the best way to open this thing up. Probably like this. I can tell you they wanted to seal this thing up good. So the first thing I got is screws. So I got some screw loose. That's funny. And we have this. A metal panel. I think should well, that's empty. We can get rid of it. Okay. Got a little damage, but no big deal. So this is a panel that will go in behind the back seat, and it will create a metal barrier between the back seat and the trunk. So this adds a little bit of safety to the car. And well, that's really it. Adds a bit of safety. It probably adds a little bit more stability to the car too. The rigidity, I guess, is a better way to say that. Because right now the only thing between the back seat and the trunk is some sound deadening. And if you remember from some of my first videos on the car, we got her running again. The gas tank forms the bottom of the floor of the trunk, right? It's right there. So there's nothing really keeping the passenger compartment separated from the trunk and the gas tank, but the back seat and some basically lint. But the sound deadening at least reminds me of lint. So this is going to go in back there behind the rear seat, and based on, yep, it's going to go in like this, right? So this is the top, this is the bottom, and I think it goes in the passenger compartment, and then it's got the sheet metal screws that I'll screw in to attach it. So that's what this is going to be. So I've already got the back seat out. I might go ahead and try to get this installed today. I'm not going to leave it bare metal. I'm going to prime it and paint it before I get it put in there. So there we go. We got that. So first step is to go ahead and get it painted, primed and painted. So we'll go ahead and do that, and I'll show you all the results. luckily I have a nice piece of cardboard box to do this on. Okay, so I'm working on getting that primed and painted. I thought I'd start taking the stuff out from the back seat. And you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This here, let's see, get right, this here is all that remains of the backing that was in there to separate the two. And then this here is the sound dampener material I'm pulling off. I haven't decided if I'm going to try to reuse it or replace it. I'll probably end up replacing it because I'm talking about putting some more stuff here and around the wheel well there and all that to do that. But anyway, so I'm pulling this out. A couple things to note if you're doing this yourself. The remainder of the mat, cardboard, whatever this was, and that sound deadening, you have these little hooks here. Also down here at the bottom, you can see the hole. There was a little screw washer that was in there, and there's one of those on each side as well that you'll have to pull out. I'm probably gonna go ahead and pull the seat belts out from back here too, if for no other reason than I can clean them up better, and they need to be cleaned. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep pulling this out and keep going. So anyway, there's the 6x9s from 1980 something up there. I think also to do this, it's recommended you pull the, obviously you got to pull the back seat out, but these door panels, I haven't done that one yet over there, but these back, not door panels, these, I don't know, these back panels that have the window actuator and all that built into it. So I'm gonna do that. But anyway, I'm gonna keep on going and get the rest of this out. So in cleaning out back there, getting the rest of the stuff, I found this wonderful quarter. This quarter is actually older than the car. Based on the date there, it's from 1965. I thought that was kind of cool. Never know what little treasures you're going to find in these old cars. So I'm now a quarter richer. Well, that's not really true because the money I put in here is well more. Yeah, this doesn't even put a dent in it. But it's kind of neat. So anyway, I'm going to go back to getting all this other stuff moved. You can see I've already got the sound deadening out. Got the what remained of that out. So I'm actually going to lay that on the once it dries on the metal part to compare the two, see how they line up, see if I need to make some adjustments. So anyway, there we go. Okay, so the cleanup back here is continuing. I pulled the backboard thing, I don't know what that's called, deck sill, whatever you call it, out per the instructions of the metal panel, and it all just disintegrated. So here you can see the remnants down here. That stuff on the top, the brown stuff, is the soundproofing that was underneath the deck lid, which just broke into pieces. So anyway, still getting everything cleaned and prepped. Okay, so I think the cleaning is about as good as I'm going to get it here. Now, according, and pardon the fan noise, but it is, I'm in the south, southern United States in Georgia, and the humidity out here has to be 95–100%. So anyway, what we want to do now, let's see here, according to the directions, we've already removed the oil and started prepping the plate as required with some primer and paint. So remove the sill plate, we did that. Remove the interior quarter panels, that would be that one and that one, so they're out. So we're good there. Let's see here, what else? What's the next part of that is flatten, remove and discard the old cardboard rear seat divider. You know, that was what that remaining stuff was that down there with the soundproofing. It's gone. So we've done that. Let's see here. Flatten the metal tabs used to retain the old cardboard divider to the rear seat support. Okay, so we've done that. What they're talking about is there's a tab here, there is a tab up here, and then there is a tab right there, and then there is another one right here. There was supposed to be one over there, but apparently whenever they welded this in, they welded it underneath the support, so it wasn't there. And of course we got the one right there, so that's been done. So okay, so I've made some progress. I've got it test fitted in here. Let's see if I can get back far enough for you to see it better. So there we go. Couple things I am noticing. It's not a perfect fit. So I've got it up over here and it's got a little edge, so I'm going to trim back some of that. And the same thing over here. What I'm trying to do is give it as much room to bite on the piece up here, right? When I drill, there's metal screws that are going to go in here. And yes, I know this side is not painted. I figure I can actually do that after I've got the holes drilled and figure out where it's supposed to go. But it seems to fit pretty well. That's good there. There's a little bit of a gap there. I may have to do some more, get rid of some of that seam sealer there too. But what I'm going to do now is go in through the trunk and actually mark, like I did the floor pans, where the structures are, so I can get my holes drilled for my sheet metal screws. So here we go. Okay, so we finally got her in and mounted up. So I followed the directions. I test fitted. I drilled my holes. Got the sealer put in behind it first to help, seal it, whatnot. But she's in there. So now what I have is a metal divider between the passenger compartment and the trunk, which hopefully adds a level of additional safety, as well as maybe a little bit more rigidity to the overall body and frame in there. So you could weld this in here. Given my welding experience, I didn't want to do that, honestly. But I'm very happy to have her in there. The sealant is not the prettiest in the world, but then the sealant that was in the car originally wasn't the prettiest in the world. So there we go. Anyway, it's in. So I'm happy, right? I got it in here, finally completed something. Next I'll have to get back to finishing the floorboards, but something was accomplished. So with that, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, give it a thumbs down if you don't. As I said, I got the part from National Parts Depot. I could certainly have made it with sheet metal if I'd gone out and bought some, but honestly that took time that I didn't have. So to me it was worth the $55-ish I paid National Parts Depot for the part. It's good quality steel. It fits, other than having to trim off the corners, top corners on either side. But it was an fairly easy install. A lot of little prep work stuff, but there you go. So again, guys, if you liked it, thumbs up. Didn't, thumbs down. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. We're up to over 70 subscribers. I'd like to get up to at least 100, just because then I can get a vanity domain name. I can actually get the 67 Stang domain, I hope, or name for the channel, or something close to that. But I'm about to go get cleaned up. Today is my 29th wedding anniversary, and I am going to go in and cook my wife a very special dinner. She deserves it. She is a wonderful woman. How she's put up with me for 29 years plus, because we were high school sweethearts, or she was my high school sweetheart, She was actually already in college, but that's a story for another time. So with that, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye.